Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Today we have both Dover races in Xfinity and Cup, as well as the Charlotte Xfinity race, so that should be fun. We did our first truck race of the season for the first time here in Martinsville. We were able to pull off the victory. It was a pretty easy one. It was pretty much a landslide. We just drove away. We got through that traffic with no problem. So we were able to get our first truck win of the season and our first truck start of the season as well. So that went really well. So hopefully we can bring that luck over to the Xfinity side here today in Dover and Charlotte and see if we can maybe pull off a victory on that side. So now you see we have a hot seat coming up as well for the Cup Series. But first, of course, we've got to do the Xfinity race. You see we're coming into this race 8th in the points, 8th in the playoff standings, I should say. And we don't have any playoff points at this point in the season, so hopefully we can do that this time around in Dover. Dover's not really one of my strong tracks, so we'll see what we can pull off. I didn't qualify great. I qualified pretty much where we usually do, though. We're starting P17 as green flag comes out in Dover right behind the Lombard Bros gaming car of Ryan Sieg. He's in P15. I don't know who's on the pole. It looks like it could be Justin Allgaier. Or maybe, yeah, it looks like him. As we get a run into turn 2, I had to check out of the throttle there as we almost hit the back bumper of the 39. Going into turn 3, we do make a little bit of contact on his left rear. He got a little bit loose, but he was able to hang on to it as we clear the 28 of Dylan Lupton out of turn 4, now to the inside of the 39 car, right behind our teammate Tyler Reddick, who's just announced he's going to RCR next season in real life. I kind of am not really surprised they're having a little bit of sponsorship issues. I know in Road America they didn't even have a sponsor. Now as we get to the inside of him, now we will hopefully be able to work our way inside the top 10 well before this stage is over, but I think it could be kind of hard on me at Dover. I'll be happy with the top 10. Now on the back of Cole Custer, who just recently won in the Xfinity Series in Texas. Pulled off a really good battle with Tyler Reddick to get the victory as they made a little bit of contact down the back straightaway, as we do the same thing with Custer. Now we make some contact on his left door as we go to the inside of Jeremy Clements on the exit of turn 4. We do clear him and our teammate Mike Lynette, so we get ourselves into the top 10 all the way up to P6 on the last lap of the stage. So we've worked our way up pretty well. And now we come out of turn 4. We get on the apron. That was not good, and we're going to lose a few spots out of that one. And we're going to get 9th now in stage 1 instead of 6th. Wow. Okay, we're going to be restarting on the inside line, so I can deal with that. But Justin Allgaier is your stage winner, adds a playoff point to his name as we get ready. We're kind of, at the quarter point of the season so far, so we're getting to the point where we really need to start getting playoff points as the green flag comes out to start stage 2. Daniel Hemrick behind me in P11. We got John Hunter Nemechek on my outside. We always are just looking at the bumper or something of that 42 car. Out of turn 2, we get a bit of a run down on the inside of Cole Custer down the back straightaway. We got Ross Chastain in front of me, Watermelon Boy. Spencer Gallagher, I almost hit the apron there. Actually did get a piece of it. Out of turn 4, a little bit of contact with the 00 car as Gallagher tries to get to the inside, but I close that chance. He is not able to get down low. And now at a turn 2, we clear Gallagher, and now I'm going to force a 3 wide between the two Joe Gibbs cars, the 18 and the 19 of Jones and Priest. Still side by side with Jones at a turn 4 in the Menards car. We do clear him coming into turn 1. Now we're up to P6, which is where we should have finished the stage 1 as we get to the inside of the 4 now of Ross Chastain. Now we come to the last lap in the stage. You see we've got P4 right now, right behind Christopher Bell, Matt Tift, and Justin Allgaier. To the outside of the 20 car. We've been racing around this 20 quite a bit recently. As we come out of turn 4, we're not going to be able to get him. I almost got in the wall, but Allgaier wins the stage, and we get P4, which will give us 7 points in the stage. So now we end stage 2 in a really good position from 4th on the outside line, which isn't great, but we're in a good spot to maybe get our first Xfinity victory here if we can just have a good restart. Not really make mistakes here as we get ready to go green. The green flag is back out for the final stage. In Dover, we're going to give Matt Tifft a little bit of a bump. Going into turn 1, try to get him clear of Allgaier. I know Allgaier is my teammate, but we got to think about ourselves. Allgaier, he's already locked into the playoffs, so we don't necessarily want him winning over me right now. We lost one spot out of it so far. We're battling side by side with Ryan Priest in the number 18. We get to the bottom as soon as that chance opens up. Now we got the 18 and the 2 side by side. We're going to force it 3 wide just about. I thought better of it. We did it last time with the 18. I decided not to do it there. Out of turn 2, a little bit of contact with the 2 car. Into turn 3, we should clear him. We do clear the 2 of Matt Tifft. We're back up to 4th behind Ryan Priest. We got the 2 JGR cars. We got a JRM, JGR, and then a JRM car in your top 4. As we get to the back of the 18, he kind of went with the middle line. I could have went to the inside earlier, but now I choose to go to the inside. We get to the front bumper of him. We're pretty even down the back straightaway. We might be able to clear the 18 car out of turn 4. We are now clear of Ryan Priest. We are up to P3 behind Christopher Bell as we get to the inside of Bell now. 23 laps to go in Dover. Out of turn 2, we clear the 20 car of Christopher Bell, and now that's all that is left is Justin Allgaier between myself and a victory in Dover. I don't really have a good track record at this track though. As we get to the inside, just about a little bit of contact on the left rear. We're at his quarter panel, at his door into turn 1. On the exit of turn 2, Allgaier just about had the momentum, but we get a run back and we hit him, and we get into the inside wall, and that was not good. That might be a caution. No caution? Are you kidding me? Oh, I don't think we have any damage. But that really just ruined our race. Now as we come to just 6 laps to go, we stay P4 at the moment. But now we've got up to Ryan Priest. And now you see these guys in front of me have actually got into lap traffic, which has actually allowed me to close back in on the front runners behind Ryan Priest. Cole Custer's up to 2nd, and Allgaier still leads, but he's stuck behind lap traffic. We're only about 3/10 behind the leader at this point, so this lap traffic and the AI sucking in lap traffic really helped me get a chance to come back for a chance at victory as we go to the outside of Allgaier, right behind the leader now, Cole Custer. He's going to go to the outside of traffic, and we're just going to follow through. I think that's my best option. We just need to hope we get past these cars as easy as he is. As Yaley tries to slide up in front of me, we don't allow that to happen. And now we get clear of him, and now about to be clear of Jeff Green. Right now you can tell we don't have the fastest car. You see Custer is long gone. Allgaier, he's already back up to my back bumper. If we can just kind of keep Allgaier behind me. Once Cole Custer gets to this lap traffic, there is 3 cars in front of him. This could be our chance to get up to him and maybe steal a victory here that we really shouldn't have had, as we just about wrecked going for the lead on Allgaier, but now we got fortunate to have this opportunity. Allgaier's just lurking behind me a few tenths back as Custer approaches the 3 lapped cars here. This is where it's going to get interesting. Custer to the inside of Chad Fincham in the blue car. I believe that's Fincham. Yeah, it is Fincham. He is held up behind one of these other cars, though, as we're going to go right to the inside of the 40. Follow Custer as we get ready to... Oh, he slows up. We get to the inside of Custer. Oh, these guys better not take the bottom line. Oh, they're taking the bottom line. That's... Oh, we got to get up top. Oh, we just had a chance to take the lead. And what are you guys doing? Joey Gase, of course. White flag in the air. That was it right there. Cole Custer, he's got way too much of a gap. I can try to send it into turn 3. And now we got Vinnie Miller riding my right rear quarter panel. And Joey Gase forces it up the inside. These lap cars are amazing. And Custer is now long gone. And he's going to easily win this race as we come through turns 3 and turn 4. On the exit of turn 4, Cole Custer is going to win in Dover. And we're going to finish 2nd again. Another 2nd place finish. I don't know whether to be disappointed or not, because we really should have been like 4th, but we got 2nd out of it. I think we still could have won, though, as you see me getting on the apron earlier in that race in the background. But there's the finishing order. Michael Lynette got a top 10. I don't know what in the world. They must have had tape on the spoiler or something. but now we're 6th in the standings. We had the fastest lap, which I'm not surprised by at all. I mean, we had a really fast car in this race. And now this leads to our Cup Hot Seat offer. We got the number 8 car for Richard Childress Racing. We need a top 20. This is a 4-star team, so hopefully we can pull that off.
The Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series rolls into Dover, Delaware for the running of the AAA 400 Drive for Autism. Dover International Speedway, also known as the Monster Mile, is a track with banking so high, drivers often call it a roller coaster ride. In 2017, Jimmy Johnson rode this roller coaster to his 11th checkered flag, extending his own track record for wins. He is clearly not intimidated by Miles the Monster. Can the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet do it again? Let's go trackside for the start of the race.
All right, we're ready to go green in Dover.
Drive safe and be smart.
We have a chance to have a good finish. You see, we qualified about mid-pack, P20, and that's our goal position is P20. So hopefully we can pull that off. A good finish here in Dover. It's a 28-lap race, obviously. I do much shorter hot seat races just to get the hot seats out of the way. Right off the bat, we're behind Trevor Bain. Try and get going here on the outside of the line. We don't have a chance to get to the inside, so I chose to stay on the outside behind William Byron. Now as we get a run on the 6, but I had to check up a little bit out of turn 4 as I almost got in the wall. But now the inside is opened up. I could get to the bottom, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. As I almost hit the apron doing it, I really screwed up going to the bottom there. William Byron, he's trying to get down to the bottom. We're already beating our goal position, so really I don't have to do much in this race. I kind of just have to make sure I stay in this spot as Suarez tries to get down, but we don't allow that as he drives behind what is probably going to be his future ride next season in the 41 car. Out of turn 2, we were able to clear Suarez as we get into the back of the 47, get loose, but we hang on to it. Allmendinger checked up out of turn 2, or either I just had way too much speed. But we were able to hold on, and now we get to the back of him as we come to just 11 laps to go. We go with the special helmet cam for this race as we ride on for a lap in P17 behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Everyone's kind of separated at this point, and I'll give you guys some raw engine footage for the rest of this clip. Alright, you will notice the in-car sounds have actually changed compared to the outside sounds on the roof cam, or hood cam, it's not a roof cam, in the 360 cam, because in the previous games, if you went in the in-car camera, it sounded the same, but now it doesn't, which is really nice. Now as we come to the last lap actually in the side seat, you see we're running 15th of 20th as we got half a lap to go, going into turn 3. Someone just won the race, good for them. As we got Brendan Gunn stopped in turn 3. I don't know what in the world he's doing, but we're going to come across the line and we're going to excel and get 15th, and we did a good job there. We did exactly what we needed to do, and we are now at least getting a 4-star team for next season. So yeah, we got Eric Jones all the way down 30th, Jimmy Johnson 26th, Ryan Blaney 31st. Not some good days for them, but Martin Truex Jr. pulls off the victory, and now we're still obviously 40th in the points standings. We keep doing what we're doing, we're going to get ourselves a really good chance to get a good offer, so hopefully we can continue to do exactly what I've been doing. We got some drivers that are not happy. Bowman, we're going to apologize. I'm going to apologize to basically everyone except Chase Elliott. Ryan Blaney, well, he was nice to me. William Byron, he's nice. Okay, we're already making good friends with him. I honestly want to drive his car next season, so hopefully we can pull that off. But now we will have one more race to do in this episode. That'll be the Xfinity race at Charlotte. But we do have team contact, and we're not going to contact a team because I have major plans that I still cannot talk about for another couple weeks, hopefully when we have the Xfinity series done. But we simmed the race. We got 144 fans, so we're up to almost up to 200,000 fans, which the fans is a little much. I mean, you look at, I mean, a lot of top drivers really don't have a ton of fans, but we're ready for the Xfinity race in Charlotte as the green flag comes out. You see, we start P12 in this race. We've had our fair share of second place finishes in Xfinity recently. We finished like second in the last 3 of like 5 races as we go to the inside, force it 3 wide on the inside of Brandon Jones and the outside of Ryan Reed, as Brandon's going to hang on out of turn 2, which is not what I anticipated. So now he might have a problem going into turn 3 unless we clear the 3. We chop him going into 3, so we do get clear. As we hit the apron a little bit, oh man, we have really got to figure out like how to stop hitting the apron, because I've done it so many times in the Xfinity series that it's concerning. Like, I'm going to go to Homestead, I'm going to be leading the final 4 coming out of turn, like going into turn 4 for the championship, and I'm going to hit the apron and crash and lose it. Which I guess would be kind of karma versus how we won the truck championship. So now inside the top 10 though, trying to get to the inside of Tyler Reddick, our teammate. We're going to kind of let him slide down this time. I mean, he is a teammate, so I'm going to race him clean as I slide up a little bit. We do keep it pinned down on the bottom though. Ryan Reed on the inside of Kevin Harvick in front of us, as Tyler Reddick is just kind of really slow and I want to get by him. And we did exactly that now as we come to a few, about 5 laps left in the stage. You see, we worked our way up using the outside line all the way up to P2 to the outside of Christopher Bell and John Hunter Nemechek, who's leading this race as we go into turn 1, get to the outside of him. And now we have made a pass momentarily for the lead as we are side by side down the back straightaway. And this side by side battle continued right up into the last half a lap in Charlotte as we go into turn 3 one final time in the stage. John Hunter still on my inside out of turn 4. He's still hanging there at my quarter panel, but it's not going to matter. We're going to get our first stage win of the season and get our first playoff point. It is about time. It took us about a quarter, or yeah, I think a quarter of the season to get 1 playoff point, so hopefully we can kind of continue this now, because that took way too long. So hopefully we can get a few more. We have a very fast car in this race. I think we can easily win it as the green flag is back out, and we are underway for stage 2 racing in Charlotte. And right off the bat, we pull away from these guys. The AI is not very good in Charlotte. I mean, clearly they are going to get a huge run though. John Hunter all over my back bumper. Tyler Reddick trying to make a run, but Hunter, he goes up in front of Reddick, not allowing that to happen. Into turn 3, we are just flying. Look at the mirror. The cars get smaller and smaller by the second. This is really just going to be kind of up to me to not screw this up, unless I don't think the tire fall off is going to be too severe in this race. So and if it's not, we should be able to hold on and just kind of bank on not screwing up like I have before and hitting the apron and crashing. Now through turns 3 and 4, you see in the mirror, they are just falling back so far. We're pulling away. We are long gone. I think it's Christopher Bell up to second. It is. He is 6/10 behind as we cross the line there. As we come to the last lap though in the stage, you see in the mirror, you can barely even see anybody. We are long gone at this point, easily going to get another playoff point. And we cross the line, there it is. Stage 1 winner, or Stage 2 winner. We're not going to pull the Martin Truex Jr. spotter thing because that's the most annoying thing ever. But we do get another playoff point. Cole Custer, second in the order this time around as we get ready to go green for Stage 3, right in front of Kevin Harvick. Christopher Bell on the outside of Harvick, and then Ryan Reed in 5th. And the green flag is back out. Stage 3, the final stage, is underway in Charlotte. Can we get our first victory? We started this episode with a recap of a victory in the Truck Series. Can we end it with our first Xfinity win? As they get a big run, Cole Custer, I'm going to make sure he does not get to my inside. Down the back straightaway, man, this is the only time they're fast, is on like the end of a restart. Now as Custer tries to get to my inside, that does not happen. We use the middle line, and we should be able to get the run out of turn 4. We do. We start pulling away. We got just 25 laps of racing to go. We've led quite a bit at this point. We led the whole second stage, so we've led about, I don't know, 12, 13 laps, which is like more than the whole season combined. But down the back straightaway, we're just long gone again at this point. Cole Custer trying to gain some time on me as we use the outside to middle lane to get a run out of turn 4. I can really, the outside isn't really that great at Charlotte, but with the speed I have compared to these other guys right now, I can actually afford to use it and really not lose much time at all. But now you see I run the bottom line in turns 1 and 2, and that just extends our gap to these guys behind me. And we hit the wall. Okay, that's not what we needed, and there's no fence in turn 3. I just noticed that right there. And now Custer, he did gain a bit of time, but I wasn't really concerned. Now, as you can see, we now have a 2-second gap with 12 laps to go. I mean, it was just a breeze. We were driving away as I'm just hanging on to the end of this race, trying not to hit the apron out of turn 2. You see they are back there, Custer and Harvick, the two SHR cars, battling behind me for second place. Now as we get a caution, that is not what I wanted. Now they are going to have a chance because we have been falling off a bit. I mean, you can tell we aren't pulling away as much as we have earlier in this race, which means we might actually have to fight for this victory as the green flag is back out. Kevin Harvick behind me. It's going to be 9 laps, I believe, to the finish. It is 9 laps. Oh, I hope Cole Custer stays in front of the 98. I feel like the 98 has a faster car than him. But this is not what I wanted because I know that my car is not as strong as it was at the beginning of this race. I mean, the gap proved it at the time of the caution. We ran more laps as Custer gets to the outside of me. We're not going to allow him to clear me, though. We get clear of him just about instead out of turn 4. We are clear of the 00, but he's going to try and fight back again on the outside line. Here he comes down into turn 1. He is just about even with me going into turn 1. You can definitely tell at this point the car has fallen off. As we get on the apron, we are making little mistakes that we can't afford to make right now. As we're trying to manage both lines here, it looks like a pack race behind me just about. Now we are clear of Custer, easily ahead now through turn 3. A really good run through there as Harvick is clear of Custer as well. He is up to P2, and now I think he's the only car we really have to worry about in this race. Now you see Harvick, he tried to make a move, but he was not able to get to me. And it was really just about me trying to hit my entrance perfectly going into the corners, and that's really the only way I could pull away. As you see, now we come to 3 laps to go. We have a half a second gap. At this point, we've run about 8 laps on this run, and 8 laps before in a usual run earlier in this race, I was like 2 or 3 seconds ahead, and now we're only half a second ahead. So you can tell the tires have really fallen off, but they haven't fallen off a lot. We are still pulling away a little bit. Now as we come to 2 laps to go, all we have to do is just kind of manage the car for these last 2 laps. Stay away from the apron. I don't want to go too close to it. You see I'm going to run a little bit off it. Now we get close and I actually do hit it just a little bit, but luckily I didn't hit it through way where it unsettles the car. Now into turn 3 though. Can we hang on? Harvick is lurking. I just screwed up turn 3 really bad. I don't know what happened there. I went in there and the back end just slid out as Harvick is close as the white flag comes out. Can we get our first victory in the Xfinity Series? I mean, Harvick, he's not close enough. If I do not make a mistake, we will win this race. Now turn 2, one final time in Charlotte, down the back straightaway, under the big screen. Into turn 3, the no fence 3. Oh, we're a little bit loose, but on the exit of turn 4, Harvick is not going to catch me. We are going to win our first career Xfinity race in Charlotte. It is about time. We have really been needing that win. And now let's do our burnout for the first time in the 1 car. I mean, this is one of my favorite features they added to this game. I'm really happy that burnouts are back. The only thing I don't like about the burnouts thing is the top banner saying burnout. Alright, that was fun. Now let's get to see my driver happy in a minute as we check the finishing order. Both Stewart Haas cars in Xfinity, second and third, so they had a really good run, and I honestly thought Harvick was kind of really fast at the end to where he might be able to actually get me and win this race, but we were able to hold him off, thankfully. Now, as we get over $150,000 total in this race, and now we have 7 playoff points locked in the playoffs, and there we are celebrating a first place, a beautiful trophy. I say that with sarcasm, obviously. But yeah, that's our first victory. I think, to be honest, a well-deserved victory. We've worked hard for it. And Kelly Earnhardt has a message.
You're improving out there. All the hard work is paying off, so keep pushing.
The audio was off.
Congratulations on your first NASCAR Xfinity win. That is such a huge milestone, and I'm really excited and looking forward to many more.
Okay, that is weird. The audio is not like connected with the video. Is it going to be the same here? Yes, it is.
It's a big deal.
Spencer Boyd, that's what he looks like. I didn't even know. I mean, the picture, he looks kind of different in the picture versus the video. But yeah, we'll check the playoff standings real quick as we're going to actually skip the truck race. We don't need to do that. But that will be Charlotte as well. We simmed that. We finished, I don't know where we finished. 18th. A very good finish. Okay. Alright, so I will check the point standings, and that'll do it for this episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. If you guys want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, most importantly of all. That would greatly be appreciated. So I will see you guys in the next episode for another set of races in NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a good day.